right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're the brothers from Great Millstone, Atlanta, here with another lesson through the Spirit. And Lord willing, this lesson be edifying. Before we get started, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Dash.
Double honors to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Peace, safety, much love, and blessing to the Akim across the four corners of the earth that are pushing out this truth and sincerity and putting their lives on the line to do so. I'm the brother Arak.
Brother Kashakwala.
Khan, and we're just here with another lesson, man, and Lord willing, this edifying and also exhorting. And we're going to go into Straits, man, you know, because when you come to serve the Lord, don't think it's just going to be all peaches and cream, okay? You're going to have to go through certain things, and it's ultimately not to break you down, but it's to build your faith, all right? And also make you come out as gold tried in the fire, so to speak. You know, you're gonna come out a much better person as you were before. You know, you begin to catch hell, if you will. You know, and the difference between us and the regular Jake on the streets is we know why we're catching our hell, okay, and how we deal with it is different from the average Jake. You know, Jake in the world will catch hell and think it's because you know. Because the Lord don't exist or the Lord hates them. We know he's doing it out of the love of us being his servant. The Lord loves who he chastened, you know, and then going through these certain straits and chastening, you know, we'll come out. We come out as you know that choice gold or that precious metal, you know, as the scriptures compare it to. All right. So
I got a quick precept.
Go ahead, bro.
Because you mentioned quoted it. It says Hebrews chapter 12 and 7. It says, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons.
Mm-hmm.
For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
Yeah. Hey, and if the Father chasteneth you not, you're counted as a bastard, man. You know, a fatherless child. You know, growing up, you know, you have a father, he correct you, and he's doing that in order to better you. You know, he's not doing it to break you down or degrade you, so to speak. You know, he's doing it to upgrade you. You know, so and we take that same mentality and realize that when the Lord is putting you through certain things, he's ultimately refining you, making you that better person, man. You know.
The last verse.
Mm-hmm.
And if ye be without chastisement, wherefore all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons.
There you go. Ye are bastards and not sons. You know, the Lord basically not dealing with you, man, if you're not going through anything, you know. And I have that word straight in the online etymology. It's a noun, and I'm just going to go straight to the point. It says sense of difficulty, you know. So when you're going through difficult situations, man, take it with a grain of salt, you know. Don't be in that woe is me spirit like ain't nobody else going through nothing, you know. It's ultimately for the bettering of us through the spirit of power Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But you can grab that first. Some more on that?
No.
You grab that first.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and 13. It says, there hath no temptation. I'll start at 12. Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. There hath no temptation taken you, but such is common to man.
Yeah, and such as coming to man. So it's not an isolated situation like the Lord is picking on you. Right. You know. Keep going, bro.
It says, but the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
Yeah, the Lord is not going to put more on you that you can bear. You know, he knows just how to push you to that threshold in order to build your faith but not break you. Okay? And the scriptures tell you that if you if you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, man. So we already know that it's a part of the contract that we signed when we came up, you know, when we came to become servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It comes with the territory. So when it comes, ain't no need of bitching up or thinking that the Lord is singling you out, hey man, take your difficulty, your straits, and your chastening, and roll with it, man. Because it's not ultimately to break you, but it's to better you, man.
Right.
You got something, bro?
It says, I'm gonna continue here.
Mm-hmm.
It says, but I'll reread it. Verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape.
Yeah, and He'll also make a way to escape. And how does He do that? By doing what we're doing right here, linking up with a brother, getting around like-minded men that can boost you in the spirit, man. Not wallowing in your own sorrows, the water. You know, thinking that, man, brothers want to understand.
Right.
Nah, man, they understand. Trust me, because brothers go through, if not what you're going through, even worse.
Right.
The Lord, and it's important to look at it like this: the Lord may take certain carnal things from you, but you still have the spirit and power of Yahweh outside. You still got a sound mind, because the scripture tell you to give me any plague but a plague of the mind. And once you lose that, then you gone, man. Once the Lord spews you out of His mouth, then you're through. You can get another car, you can get another a home. Anything carnal can be replaced. But the spirit, once it's taken away from you, you asked out, man.
I got a quick precept for you.
Yes, sir.
Before we finish that.
Mm-hmm.
This is Micah chapter 7 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
It says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord.
Yeah, the righteous judgment of the Lord. You have to bear it. Keep going, bro.
It says, because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause.
Yeah, and we've sinned. Our righteous is as filthy rags. So for you to believe that you not deserving, what the Lord is putting on you, you're naive.
Exactly.
You could deserve way more than what He's doing to you. Because the wages of sin are really death. Yeah. So if you're still alive, then you above the curve.
Right.
Yeah, you ain't behind the 8 ball, man.
Right.
If the Lord's still allowing you to breathe and continue to push the word, then hey, you should count it as, hey, we even really, because the Lord could have really done more than what He's done to you. You got it,
We're
bro.
all worthy. At the end of the day, we're all worthy of death if being strictly judged off the law, man.
Exactly.
Because we go off daily, man.
Mm-hmm.
The scriptures talk about falling short of the glory. But I'm going to reread Micah chapter 7 and 9. It says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness.
Yeah. Hey, and at the end of the day, as long as you continue in the faith, the Lord is going to continue to come in and sup with you, in righteousness. And that's what it's all about, man. The ultimate goal is really to get the hell up out of here. The ultimate goal is salvation. The ultimate goal is not to have riches and things of that nature. The ultimate goal is spiritual things that can be built upon, not carnal things, because everything in this world anyway is temporal, and it's going to be burnt up right along with this place. So anything outside of spiritual attributes that have not been taken away from you, you can count it as a loss.
It says, finish off 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. It says, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. I'm going to bring up precept.
Go ahead, bro.
It's Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Right. And the reason I brought that out is because the scripture in Corinthians, it just said that he will make a way for you to escape. All right? And lifting up a standard is a way for you to escape. being delivered, when you go into the word, matter of fact, Salaki, when you go into the word escape in Isaiah the 10th chapter, in that Hebrew word, it means to be delivered. You see? So the scriptures also say in what Revelation the 3rd chapter that the whole world is going to be tempted. Mm-hmm. All right? But the Lord's going to give you a way to escape. All of us are going to be tested. But through them tests, we're going to have ways to make it through. So, like the end of it says, that we may be able to bear it. When Jacob's trouble hit, the climactic point of Jacob's trouble hit, right? The Lord's going to give us an escape route so we can bear that. You see? But we have to bear the indignation of the Lord first. We have to keep our faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We have to go through the dire straits.
That's right.
All right?
Yeah, and in bearing something, that shows a level of patience. And the word patience goes into long suffering. So if you're bearing certain things that have been placed upon you, you're suffering, man. But I'd rather suffer for righteousness than wickedness, and be put to death at the end of the day. You got it,
man. I know this brother, we were talking in the spirit beforehand, and he quoted this script. You got it. Mm-hmm. 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and 10 says, "Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distress, for Hamashiach's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong."
Yeah, so all of those things are not to separate you from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but it's ultimately to bring you closer into it. The book of Sirach, the 2nd chapter, tells you that when you're going through these certain things, to cleave unto the Lord, So all of those things are not happening to you to create a wedge between you and your power. It's happening to, when you overcome those things, to bring you and your power closer, man, at the end of the day. Through infirmities, being afflicted, reproaches, Esau coming up against you, persecution, being falsely accused. All of those things the Lord told his servants, once you come to serve him, if they done it to him, they're going to do it to you. So it's already been written in the contract of when we became servants. Right? So when these things start to take place, it ain't no need of trying to go back and read the fine print, man. You already signed off on it, So deal with it and roll with the punches. You had some, bro?
Sirach, the 2nd chapter. Sirach chapter 2, I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." Mm-hmm. Verse 2, "Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure."
Constantly endure, man. That's a sign of patience and long suffering. To constantly endure something means that you're staying 10 toes down, so to speak, man. And you ain't hasting and trying to avoid it. You're dealing with it head on. And that's how we deal in the spirit of power, when we come to the understanding that all of this that is taking place or what we're going through is for the betterment. Right?
When it says constantly endure, it reminds me of the word resilient. You have to be resilient through this. You know what I'm saying? Just like, speaking as a man, a personal synopsis of the word resilient, not the exact definition, but just keep going and going and going like you will not stop. That goes back to I want to say Romans the 8th chapter, where it says neither death nor life, principalities, angels can separate us from the love of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's being resilient and constantly enduring.
Another word comes to mind is persistence.
Yeah, that's it.
Being persistent, man. No matter what is thrown your way, you continue on the path in which you're going, and you're not letting it stray you away from the ultimate goal.
That's it. It says, "And constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble."
That's it. Right. Ain't no reason trying to avoid catching hell.
Right.
Endure, man, and go through it. And come out as that choice goal as it's going to go into.
Verse 3 says, "Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end." Mm-hmm. whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Yeah, and the scriptures constantly use adjectives like cheerful, joyful, when you're faced with these certain things. You know, it didn't say become angry, become resentful. You know, when these things are brought upon you. No, man. You know, you got it,
It says, verse 5, also like it says, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
There you go. Be patient. Go ahead.
Verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
And the key word is adversity. You know, when you're going through things, man, that's going to determine true character. You know, because if you're not going through anything, it's easy to uh, be faithful if you will. It's easy to continue to serve your how about you shot when you just it seems like you just coasting through life, man, and you ain't going through nothing, you know. But at the first sign of adversity, you try to or make haste, then you ain't in the right spirit, man. You know, there's nothing in the world that I can think of that can be accomplished without adversity. You know, you look at these certain athletes, you look at these moguls, they faced adversity on the road to getting from point A to point B. You know, they just didn't slide all the way through. You know, and if they have, you best believe trials and tribulation are right around the corner. You know,
All right, two quick precepts for you.
go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 12, verse 8. It says, a friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity.
Yeah, we can't consider ourselves a friend of Yahweh Shem Shai without going through it. We haven't been proven, you know. And the scripture tell you if thou wants to get a friend, prove him. That's the spirit of that, right? Oh, go ahead, bro.
God, it's I'll start at Sirach 6 and then jump down to verse 11. Sirach 6 and 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
Yeah, so the Lord is going to come in and sup with us. You don't think He's going to see who we are first?
Right.
He tries and see. All right, let me see if I throw a little bit. Look at the account of Job.
Right.
Job eschewed evil, and he was a righteous man. And Satan came to the Lord and asked him, "Hey, man," or said, "Hey, if you do this, you do that to him, I bet he deny you." But what Job did, he kept his integrity, and that's the type of friend that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai wants to deal with, not someone that once they catch a look, hey man, and not a little hell. Job went through it. So these things that we're going through, that shit is nothing compared to
Right.
the men in the scriptures, man.
And Job went through it, and the Lord still told him, gird up thy loins like a man.
Right.
After losing 10 kids,
Right.
all his substance, and having boils all over his body. He still told him, man,
don't be a bitch.
Right.
Gird up.
You know, for lack of a better term, and grab your nuts and, man, you know,
exactly.
get, you beat your chest, do something, man, like, get through it.
Right.
You know, like, we haven't been put to the test fully yet, man. We're going through boot camp, and then we're going to be sent off to war, you know, when all hell breaks loose. All right? But this boot camp is important to mentally prepare your mind to go through them dire straits. Some of us men, man, you know, we might have that face-to-face conversation with death. But if you've been premeditating, and have it fixated and settled in your mind that you're going to defeat death, you're going to win that.
That's right.
You see? You got to go through your dire straits in order, hey, yes, that's saying the grass is greener on the other side, but in this case, yes, the grass is greener on the other side, but you're going to have to go through some shit.
Yeah. You're going to have to. They even find out if it's greener. You know what I'm saying? You had some more on that?
That's about it.
Okay. Did we have something?
Did you want that Peter's?
Yeah. First Peter 1 and
1,
and you can start at 6 and read to like 7 or 8, and we'll close out on this.
Okay. This is 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 6 says, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, you are in the heavens. Salaki, you are in heaviness through manifold temptations.
Yeah. So the heaviness of your everyday life, they're gonna come, man. You know, the scripture tell you, you have to know how to be abased, and you have to know how to be abound. You know, you're not gonna be abound for the entirety of your serving of Yahweh Shem Shai. You're gonna have to learn how to be abased as well.
I get that for you real quick.
Okay.
Philippians 4:12. I know both how to be abased. I know how to abound.
Yep.
Everywhere in all things, I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need.
And the key word is both. You gotta know how to be here. You gotta know how to be there. You know. And when you're here, ain't no need of bitching up, man.
Right.
Deal with it. Point blank. Period. You got it, bro.
It says, 1 Peter 1:7. It says that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, through it be tried with fire, though it be tried with fire, Salakia, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Yeah, and we just read in Sirach, the second chapter, that it says acceptable men being tried in the fire, you know, through adversity, roughly paraphrasing. So, hey, the scriptures are written for our learning. So when you think you catching hell outside of the men in the scriptures, man, just read certain accounts. Job, Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Their faith was tried to the ultimate, you know. So the things we're going through is really nothing, man. You know, as long as we still got the spirit, man, and the Lord ain't, you know, cast us away, then you should count it, you know, as you up, really, you know. So if you ain't have nothing else, bro,
All right, nothing else, brother.
we can close out. You know, want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Makakodash.
Want to give double honors to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Peace, safety, much love and blessing to the Akim across the four corners of the earth that are pushing out this truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.